Hey guys, the section of violence here. Let's get right into it. We got a great card for BKFC to watch. Um, let's get right into it. First, we're gonna start with PFL. Just gonna get that out of the way. We have a quick card. I'm gonna go right through my picks. I got Helen Peralta beating Lisa Malden. Lisa Malden has not shown anything too impressive in her career. She is nothing to be worried about, although she is in there. Losing to girls like Whitney Piles, like I don't know what to do with that. So I think Helen Peralta has this one in the bag. As long as she doesn't screw it up. But yeah, Helen Peralta is probably my lock of the card. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a weird card if that's ever your lock of the card. So that should tell you how the card's gonna go. Moving on, we have Desiree Yanez taking on Myra Mazar. I feel like she's going to be too game for Mazar. Mazar is very she's serviceable. She's fought a lot of girls, but I just don't think this is a good matchup for someone as aggressive as Yanez. I don't like this at all. I feel like if Jadelyn Oslin can submit you, Yanez can cause you a lot of problems. I'm gonna go with Yanez by the unanimous decision. Um, but yeah, this is a fight again that I wouldn't put too much stake in, but I do think Yana should win this fight. Moving on, we have Shanimal Young versus Sandra Lovato. Sandra Lovato, like she likes to plot forward. She doesn't move her head. She's all right. Like she can strike a little bit, but she's not good. Um, and she's pretty easy to take down, especially once you get her down. She's not really active off her back. I feel like Shanna can really control her here and look towards the finish. I'm gonna take Shanna Young by unanimous decision just because I don't see her getting finished often. When she loses, it's usually by unanimous decision. So I'm gonna go with Shanna Young by unanimous decision. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lovato got better somehow. So 11-3 record isn't something to sleep on, but again, when you're fighting cans, it is kind of you know what I mean. Moving on, we got Caitlin Neal versus Catherine Corginas. Corginas has a BJJ background. Also likes to plod forward. I don't think it's a good style against Caitlin Neal, who has good takedown defense, good striking, spear striking, and I feel like Caitlin O'Neal is gonna ride this out to a decision. I feel like she's kind of got this one in the bag as well. Her and Peralta probably are my most confident predictions, with Shane Young being number three. Um, I honestly I'm not too impressed with this card. Some opportunity spots, a lot of the overs I see cashing here. But yeah, those are my predictions for PFL. And then as for bare knuckle, I gotta speed this up because I do have to go here. Um, yeah, right here. Awesome. So uh we have Sugar versus Manny Mano. Uh, to be honest, I don't really see a lot that you guys see. Um, I really don't in Sugar. But at the same time, he's facing an unknown grappler who he could starch him, or Sugar could make it an ugly dog fight, and Sugar could take him to deep hell. I can see it going either way. A nice sprinkle on the dog value is always fun, so I'm gonna do that instead of sweating out this big favorite. But yeah, this could be one of those fights that I regret looking back on, but who knows? I'm going with Menace to win, Manas or whatever to win, and then Sugar I'd probably sprinkle as a bet. Moving on, we have uh, Cody Mitchell versus Brandon Menace. Cody Mitchell is pretty terrible. Just runs it forward, doesn't really have any purpose to what he does. I have Menace just by being a more technical fighter. I feel like he'll stay on the outside and pick him apart. Again, this isn't a very confident prediction. This is just a prediction where I see the most of the time if they fought 10 times happening. I'm gonna go with Meneses here just because of that. Better fight IQ, reach, height. I feel like he'll be able to translate his skills well here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Menace. Moving on, Joseph Brett Williams versus Blake Lacaz. Now Brett Williams hits like a truck. He knocked out Sugar in his last fight. Um, I'm gonna have to go with him. He hasn't shown me anything to really negative. I feel like he could carry the power into the later rounds. He's not overly muscular. He's just, compact. I don't like Lakaze at this weight class. I feel like yeah, he can get the reach over guys who aren't very good, and he could even win this fight. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think Williams is gonna beat him up and get out of there within a few rounds. Um, I just think the pressure, power, and speed of Williams is gonna be too much for Blake. And yeah, moving on, we have our lock of the card, Cody. Yeah, Tyler Samus is our lock of the card, fighting Cody Shiav. Shiav is terrible. Just gonna say how it is. He's 1-10 in MMA. He's very, very bad. This is a lock of the card. Tyler Samus to the moon. Yeah. Luckily, we're fighting. He's fighting a can, so there's nothing much really I need to say about this fight. Next up, though, we have Angelica versus Bosnick. I feel like this is a really close fight. Angelica does bring the I want to say pressure, but he doesn't. He like brings blitzes. He blitzes you, but he doesn't take shots that well. And I do think Bosnick's the type of guy to make him pay for that. I'm gonna go with Bosnick here by later round finish. But this is a close fight. I would not be surprised at any outcome. It's gonna be a good fight. Mostly just gonna be sitting back watching this with the popcorn and seeing how it goes. But yeah, moving on, we have Brandon Shavers versus Bryce Henry. I'm taking Shavers just because he has that bare knuckle experience. He's already proved he can take a punch in bare knuckle. He faced uh, he KO'd Nathan Mitchell round one. Um, I do like I don't know too much about Nathan Mitchell, but I do think that he beat that guy up, and I do think he has a punching ability to be able to deal with someone who likes to chill on the ropes and loopsy doop style, and that's not a good style for BKFC, and I do think that he's gonna learn that. Yeah, he has some KOs, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Shavers here. I might look like an idiot, but I'm gonna go with Shavers with that dog money, and he can't deny it. He was at like plus 600 earlier in the week. Kind of pissed I missed that, but it is what it is. Moving on, we have Dylan Wine Miller versus Tony Jenkins. Dylan, let's go. We have I really Winemaker has power, a lot of power, and Jenkins has experience, I'd say. So it's a hard decision to make. I'm gonna go with Dylan Weinmaker just because of how much power he has. Um, I mean, I don't know, man. He beat Mr. Baxter, so that's pretty impressive, you know? Um, I don't know. This is a hard decision for me. I'm gonna have to go with actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Juan Miller. He just hit so hard. I'm gonna go with Juan Miller ever so slightly. This is a close fight. I'm not confident. Either way, it's gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna be watching. Moving on. We have Bruza versus what's his name? Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. Stephen Reese. I don't know his name. There's a reason for it. It's because he's not very good. He swings for the fences. I feel like he could hurt Labruza, but I just feel like he is too fragile, and I feel like Labruza is not. He's very, very tough. I feel like if this gets dragged out, Labruza's got it. If Labruza touches him, he can win this. I do worry a bit, but I'm gonna go with Labruza here. I got Labruza as a pretty confident prediction. I feel like he's gonna edge this one out, just being tougher, more aggressive fighter. And yeah, let's go. Moving on, we have oh my goodness. Duke the Nuke Sansley versus Career hasn't fought in 3 years. Fought. Uh, he's not very good. He lost. Like man, he's not very good. He beat Lorenzo Hunt in MMA. Like, good job. Not much else I could say other than that. Um, he's a legend, but he's like not legend, but like a veteran. But like, I just think Duke Nukem is in his prime. He has his confidence right now. I feel like he's gonna come for blood, and I feel like he's just gonna cut open career, maybe get that TKO win to be a cut. He had 3 cut stoppages career, so I'm gonna go with Sensley here. He was looking good at the weigh-ins, looking like he was really vibing. He looks like DMX, no word of a lie. I'm not gonna lie. So RIP DMX, but he looks like he looks quite unhealthy. Maybe it's just the lighting, but I don't know. I think Duke's gonna nuke him up, and that's how it's gonna be. Moving on. Brad Kelly versus oh my God, Harris. That's his name. Caleb Harris, man. I love Caleb Harris. He's elusive, but not at the same time. He stands right in front of you, but he moves his head. He has really good power, good chin. He's always there for the 5 rounds. I think he's facing someone who he's gonna need to have that toughness and elusiveness for. Brad Kelly is very dangerous, especially when he pressures you. Good clinch. Um, I'm gonna edge it to Lionheart by decision just because how hittable Brad Kelly is. Um, but yeah, this is a close one. I wouldn't be too confident on Caleb Harris here. He has let us down before, but I just think he's gonna win this one. I feel like he's gonna be too much for Brad, and this is gonna be a good fight while it lasts. Moving on, we got James Lilly versus Bobby Taylor. Bobby Taylor is dangerous, always will be dangerous. He does a bunch of roids, looking great for his age. You know, he hits like in the ring, in physique wise, and outside the ring. I think he's gonna. I think Bobby Taylor is gonna get beat up here, just because of the skill difference. If Bobby Taylor wasn't didn't have such didn't have had better footwork, maybe I would consider this more. But his footwork isn't great, and he is just too hittable as well. So I am gonna go with Mr. Lilly here, by KO. I just am confident with Lilly. I think Lilly is very good, and yeah, he can be hit too, but he's a lot less likely to be hit, especially with guys who try to do what Bobby Taylor does. Um, I think Lilly's gonna find a lot of success in this fight. I think he's gonna win the fight dominantly. Maybe a finish late in later rounds. But yeah, I'm gonna go with James Lilly here. Quite confident as well. Moving on, we have the main event. We have Alan Belcher versus my guy, uh, Arnold Allen, or not Arnold Allen, Arnold Adams. Arnold Adams is very dangerous. I think people really sleep on him just because he's not the most athletic looking. And he's not like he's just, you wouldn't put him as like your heavyweight champ usually. But the thing with him is he's very slick, and he knows how to shell up. He can take a shot as of late, not so much early in his career, but I think he's really found a home in Bare Knuckle FC. I know it's not a popular prediction, but I'm gonna go with the underdog here and Arnold Adams. I just really like watching him fight. I feel like yes, he does get tagged, and I feel like if he gets tagged by, you know, like he could be knocked out here very easily. But I think he's gonna overwhelm the smaller man, and yeah, I'm gonna go with Arnold, man. I think he's a bully in there, and I think he's gonna prove it tomorrow. But yeah, those are guys. Let me give you guys my top 5 most most confident prediction, and yeah, we'll end it there. Most Number 1 is Tyler Samus. Number 2 have to be either James Lilly or Brett Williams. So I'll say James Lilly 2, Brett Williams 3, um, Duke Sensley 4, and LeBruza 5, probably. Those are my predictions, guys. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. and we'll see you next time.